Chevelle time here at Unique Specialty and Classics. It's a good year too, 1967 Chevrolet Chevelle SS Convertible. Real deal SS, 138 VIN car, 396, big block underneath the hood that's paired up with an automatic transmission. We're going to get into some more details about this engine and the build of this car towards the end of the video. First of all, we're going to go through the condition, get into some particulars, but stick around to the end. This is an interesting car. Take a look at the front chrome, grille, headlight, surrounds. Looks good up front. Paint coat of Y on the data tag, butternut yellow. Trim is 761. So it's going to be black vinyl interior. So this one looks very much the way it would have looked back in '67, rolling off your Chevrolet dealer's showroom floor. Take your time looking at the still pictures, especially look at the undersides. Newer exhaust in this car, then look at the pans, look at your underside pictures, under hood. You're also going to want to look at that data tag and the VIN tag. I'm going to get into that towards the end of the video. All that's in the still pictures. You'll be able to see the top up, the trunk, uniqueclassiccars.com. Click on the link down below this video in the description. If you're seeing it on YouTube, that's going to take you right there. And of course, you can call us, 507-386-1726. Riding on the rally style wheel, center caps, beauty rings. Let's go ahead and take a look down this passenger side. You can see these panels are nice and straight, especially those are long panels. Another thing to take a look at, the body gaps, nice and even from that fender down to the bottom of the door, and then back here on the back edge of the door too. This is also a little trim piece, kind of a chip guard, if you will. Don't bang it up against anything and chip the edge of that door paint. This is originally a California car, actually built in Fremont, California. That's something we're going to get into in just a little bit here. First of all, take a look at the interior. Again, black vinyl. Trim code 761. Very stock looking dash with the exception of a retro sound stereo in there. And then of course, aftermarket gauge cluster underneath the dash. Black vinyl top, it's a power top, works as it should. We're also going to go through that before the end of the video. So a lot of stuff going on before we get to the end. I want you to remember, we do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with transportation. And this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract. Consult with your sales associate when you call in or email. We get a look at the chrome in the rear of the car. Of course, the iconic 67 rear end. Also remember, we do have an open door policy for third-party inspectors. Can't make it to look at this one yourself, maybe due to time or distance, not a problem. Open door policy for those guys. Try to represent these cars as fairly as we can with the walk around videos. Of course, the driving video at the very end of this, we're going to take this car down the road, show you how it drives out, and there's probably 120 or more pictures of this car online. Again, take a look at the gaps from the rear quarters to the door, and then of course the fender. The door looks good. Paint shows well. I've not noticed any major nicks, dings, scratches. Again, butternut yellow. All right. Now, before I start this up, I want to get into this a little bit. This VIN tag, you're going to see this is a very early built car out of all the Chevrolets. This isn't the first 2000 made. The VIN is actually 1788, I believe it is. You can see that. Now, if you look at the data tag, which will have the body sequins, it's also going to tell you that this was built in Fremont, California. I'm going to show you something under the hood here in just a bit too. The sequence number on this car is 0004, so extremely early. And the actual date for the body was the second week in September. So this thing was produced in 1966 for the 67 model year. And I'm going to get into something with the engine in just a bit on that. So let's go ahead and pop this hood. I'm going to pause this just 1 second. I want to get the hood open. We're going to talk about the engine bay a little bit. We'll start it up, let you hear it run, put that top up, but hang with me. All right, take a peek at the underside of the hood. So nicely that's finished since I got it popped. Check this out. Now I mentioned California, original build. Anybody that knows about smog knows this still has smog components on it, which one of the first things to go. Why? Because they're trying to make more horsepower out of them. Get rid of that. Less for the engine to turn, less pulleys to crank. So you just do not see that around these days. Now, this 396, I can guarantee you this is era correct. The stamping that is down here on the block, if you take the date code on that, this engine, it's a 66 EM suffix code, so it's a 1966 396 block. Remember, the car was built late in 66, September to be exact. The actual date code on this engine, August 23rd of 66, which, guess what, lines up a little before this car was built, which was the second week in September. So this is an era correct engine. The thing that's very interesting on it is there's a partial VIN stamp, but it's different. You Chevelle experts out there, there's a close-up in the pictures. I can't confirm if this is the original engine to the car. It's an odd VIN stamp. Take a look at it, judge for yourself. But the fact that the date from that engine being built to when the car was built to the fact it still has all the smog on it, hey, I'll leave it up to you. But everything lines up that is 100% an error correct engine, and kind of a strange partial VIN stamp, if you know what I'm saying, that could have been because it was such an early car coming down the line. And here, let me show you that data tag. There's your actual body sequence number, and it is 00004. So it was the 4th out of Fremont, California. Kind of cool, interesting. I want to get into those details before we had it running. Let's go ahead and start it up. Let's hear it run. Check out the power top. But do your investigating on that. Check it out. You have the choke on a little bit. It's a cold start. Aftermarket gauges, oil pressure, good. Voltmeter. And water temp, of course, isn't going to be up much. I have had the radio working.
Web estimates that Owen Wilson has earned.
I did not have the wipers work, just so you know. Here's fuel gauges working over here, and a tachometer. Good looking dash. Seat, black vinyl, free of rips, tears, holes. Looks good. Of course, the parade boot or convertible top cover, also looking good. See how nicely that door closed, especially for a convertible. Very nice fit. Nothing crazy over the top for exhaust. And again, newer exhaust. Take your time looking at those still pictures underneath. Look at the pans, look at the exhaust. Trunk, interior, engine bay. UniqueClassicCars.com. As you can see, smooth running big block. It's not all cammed up, anything like that. Doesn't have a low V idle. Smog pump doing its thing. And again, power steering. Alright, so smooth running car, good looking engine bay. This one's going to turn some heads. Be a fun car for shows, no doubt about that. Alright, Let me pause this. I'm going to go ahead and get this top up. Or let me get it ready to put the top up. And let's check out how the top goes up and the condition of it. All right, so you can see the top functions as it should. I have it latched above the windshield here, so you can see nice tight fit. Looks like a newer top, black vinyl. Also rolled up the side glass there. Get an idea how that fits. I have not noticed any rips, tears, holes. Needed to keep you out of the sun or maybe a brief shower. No problem. And passenger side, again, side glass rolled up, so take a peek at that. And you'll be able to see the top up in all the still pictures also. No surprises. Interesting car, 1967 Chevrolet Chevelle SS, true SS, 138 VIN. And then very interesting build information between the engine and that data tag and the VIN. Call us 507-386-1726, uniqueclassiccars.com. We do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with transportation, and this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract. Consult with your sales associate when you call in or email.
Hey, did you know that this car qualifies for an extended warranty? It's just like the one you get at your new car dealership, except it covers your classic car instead. It covers all the major components like engine, transmission, drivetrain, and you can get coverage up to 10 years. Repairs aren't cheap. These extended warranties are a no-brainer. Contact us for a quote on this car today.
Today we're driving a 1967 Chevrolet Chevelle. This is a convertible and we do have the top up today. This car is an automatic. Right here on the column we have an aftermarket tachometer right over to the left that does kind of look period correct. There's a retro sound style radio on the dash. Nice acceleration in this Chevelle. Radio is working good. Blower motor also works. Under the dash we have some gauges. The oil pressure is at 50, volts at 14. Water temperature is just coming up to about 180. Fuel gauge, the factory fuel gauge is working, reading about a third of a tank. Speedometer also working. Very nice condition car. Final bench seat, looking stock, as is the door panels and dash. But for the added gauges, mostly original looking. We have a custom cup holder center console piece down on the transmission hubs there. Wind noise is not too bad for a winter day in a convertible from 1967. This car corners pretty well. It doesn't lean a whole lot to corners. And I put the throttle all the way down. We definitely get some good acceleration in this car. You might be able to hear that little wind ripple in the back window. Very comfortable car. When I let go of the steering wheel, this car stays nice and straight. Very easy to drive. You can tell we've got power steering. That is a nice bonus. Good original, I think, looking yellow color on this car. take a look at all the pictures and learn more about this Chevelle at uniqueclassiccars.com.